Hello guys, and welcome back to your favorite agricultural and agribusiness YouTube channel. Thank you for your likes, thank you for the comment, thank you for sharing the content of this channel. I so much appreciate. And if you are watching for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button to have access to more of my videos. This channel is dedicated to promote sustainable and profitable agriculture. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the important things you must check before you buy a farmland. So as you all know, everybody is preparing for the next farming season in Nigeria in 2023. So if you are one of the people who wants to go into farming in the year 2023, by this time, I think you must be in the process of land scouting, looking for land to buy, to purchase and to get your farm established for next year. So I'll be making this video and I'll be talking about the top important factors you have to look out for when you are scouting for farmland. So, having said that, so the number one factor I want to make mention of is the distance and the accessibility. Talking about distance and accessibility, actually, farmland are not located inside the city. And I don't expect you to buy farmland where people are living. So, but notwithstanding, your farmland should not be like you will travel 2 hours before you see a main road. It will not be palatable for you, because that one will be adding up to your production cost. During your harvest time, the transporter that will be bringing out your produce for you will charge you more. And that one will increase your cost of production. So whenever you are looking for a farmland, you want to buy a farmland, look at the time it will take you to transport, as in to take your farm commodity to the main road. That is the benchmark to use. The main road before you get to your farm. So, and make sure it is accessible. You don't expect the road leading to your farm to be tarred in Nigeria. We are in Nigeria, we are in Africa. But make sure the road leading to your farm is motorable. And make sure it's very, very important. It's motorable. Because another thing is that when your road is not motorable, people will not come. The transporter will not follow you to go and take your produce. And you will end up losing so much of your produce, especially when you are growing perishables. So it is very, very important. The distance and the accessibility is very, very important. Look out for it. And the next factor I want to be talking about is the type of land you want to buy. We have two types of farming land. We have the virgin forest and we have the already farmed land. So in virgin forest, the advantage attached to buying a virgin forest, like a land that has not been farmed, or it has not been farmed over a long period of time, maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago, they've not farmed on it. So this kind of land are considered to be virgin forest. Whereas the second type of land is the already farmed, the secondary forest. These are farmland that you can feel that, okay, there are people farming on this land before. So the advantage of the virgin forest is that it have a high fertility. Yes, the land of virgin forest are usually fertile, as in you will enjoy the fertility. And this one will tell on your productivity. But the disadvantage of it is that you are going to be spending a whole lot of money in land clearing, because you will be having a whole lot of bush, a whole lot of trees, a whole lot of stump to remove from the farm. And this one will increase your cost of setting up the farm. So that is the disadvantage attached to buying a virgin forest. So on the other hand, the secondary forest, which is a land that has already in the farm, you can feel the presence of maybe some ridges on it. So this type of land, you don't need a whole lot of money to do clearing, but you have to look out for the fertility of the soil, because what's happened most time is that people abandon farmland when the fertility has dropped drastically. That will take me to the third point, which is the looking at the topography of the land. This is very, very, very important. As in, I mean very, very important. It's going to be affecting a whole lot of things. It's going to be affecting your farm operation. It's going to be affecting your production. It's going to be affecting your productivity on your farm. So what we know about topography is like the gradient of the land, the slope of the land. So what this means is that whenever you are buying a farmland, make sure you don't buy a farmland that is very slopey, a farmland that is like this. When you buy a farmland that is like this, it is very, very prone to erosion. And in this kind of situation, you will be having the topsoil washed away, leaving your soil to have lesser fertility. Whenever you apply fertilizer, everything will be washed away. So make sure you look out for a land that is relatively flat. Although there is no farmland, there is no land anywhere that is perfectly flat. But make sure it have a very gentle slope, not something like this, not something that is bent. You will be doing yourself a whole lot of harm when you buy a farmland that is very slopey. So don't go for it. And another thing, lastly but not the least, I'll be talking about is you have to look out for the soil properties. Soil property, as there's a popular saying in agronomy when we were in school, that good soil gives good produce. There's no two way about it. The soil on your farmland will determine to a very, very large extent what the produce from that farm will look like. How much, it will also determine how much you'll be spending on irrigation, how much you'll be spending on fertilizer application. So for example, if you went ahead and buy a farmland with a very sandy soil, my friend, you will be spending so much on fertilizer and you'll be spending so much on irrigation. And despite all this, your production will not be as good as it's supposed to be, because sandy soil have low fertility. It also has low water holding capacity. When you drop water on it, it will just sink away everything. It cannot hold water. So the best type of soil you should look out for is the sandy loamy soil. Loamy soil. And whenever you are going to buy a farmland, you have to go with a soil tester. Not everybody will have the opportunity to do a soil test or a laboratory soil test. So that is why it is advisable for you to go with a soil tester. When you go with a soil tester, you will be able to test on your own the soil properties, like the water holding capacity, the soil water, the acidity, the alkalinity, the soil pH. Soil pH will affect the production, as in soil pH affects everything in crop production. Because we have two different types of soil. We have the acidic soil, we have the neutral soil, and we have the alkaline soil. The best type of soil for crop production that will fit into all type of crop is the neutral soil, that have neutrality, not acidic and not alkaline. So alkaline soil are good for some crop like cashew, like pineapple, like oil palm in some cases, and cassava in some cases. You can use acidic soil, but there is limited number of crop you can grow on alkaline soil or acidic soil. Whereas a neutral soil you'll be able to grow all type of crop. So whenever you are going to inspect the farmland you want to buy, go with something like this. You'll be able to test the soil pH. You'll be able to test the soil fertility and the soil water holding capacity. So it will save you a whole lot of cost, and some story that will touch the heart. It is very, very affordable. I have them for sale. You can drop a message on the WhatsApp number appearing on the screen for you to have a copy, a piece of this. I have them in so many variety. So this one will save you a whole lot of work, and you'll be able to know the best type of soil for what you intend going into. If you want to go into production of pineapple, or is a crop that is acidic, that is acidic crop that loves acidic soil, you will be looking out for soil that is very, very acidic. So it is very, very important for a farmer. Is not something that is good to hear, that you are a farmer and you don't have a soil tester. You want to go and buy a farmland and you don't have a soil tester, because the cost of doing lab tests for soil is very, 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 very expensive. So this is the best way you can actually go about it and get yourself and save yourself the stress and save yourself the stories, some stories that will be of touching the heart. So, and lastly but not the least, whenever you are buying your farm, make sure you are buying from genuine people and get all your documents ready. So with this, I've come to the end of today's topic. And lastly but not the least, before I go, I would like to introduce this book once again. People have been buying, and I've sold more than 200 copies already. So if you are somebody who wants to go into oil palm production, this book is a must-have for you. It's 2021 edition and it's being produced by the Nigerian Institute for Oil Palm Research. There are a whole lot of content you will be gaining from. It will make your journey in the oil palm industry very easy, very smooth, and you will enjoy your ride. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comment, and thank you for your time. See you on my next video. But before I go, I would like to introduce to you once again that YouTube has found this YouTube channel to be a very valuable one, and they have allowed the thanks button to be active on the channel. So if you find this video or this channel helpful one way or the other in your farming journey, and you want to support me to be able to do more, to be able to dish out more quality, more educating content, you click on the super thanks button. The button is located beside, I think, the third or the fourth button under after like, dislike, share, I think is the thank button. If you click on the button, you'll be able to make some donation, like $1 donation, like 400 naira donation, just to support the activity of the channel for me to be able to make more content. And also the channel membership is open, and you will be able to enjoy a whole lot of content, a whole lot of opportunity. Like you'll be enjoying priority response to your comment. You'll be having access to exclusive video made specifically for people who are subscribers of the channel membership, who are members of the channel membership community. So, and also you'll be having opportunity to connect with me across all my social media, and do WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. And lastly but not the least, you'll be having badge attached to your comment. So thank you so much, and see you on my next video. Sheshe.